Hello, hello. It is December 17th, 2025. This is the state of Nativewind. I am Dan. This is Mark.
Hey, how's everyone going?
There we go.
Yeah.
This is going to be our last state of Nativewind for the year. I'm actually going to go ahead and post this in the relevant channels. And so our next one after this will be January 7th, I think we said, in 2026. So we're going to be spending the rest of the year working on version 5 of Nativewind and trying to get the next version, which is 3. What was it? React Native CSS version 3.02, or is it 3.2.0? 3.2.0. I think that's it. Also, I can't hear you, Mark. You've suddenly dropped out. Oh, you're just muted.
I'm just muted. You must have auto-muted me.
Yeah. So, I'll let Mark go into... So I guess kind of curious what we'll throw into that version. And then I can step in about updates regarding Nativewind UI. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and meantime post on Twitter about this.
Yeah, so this version will have the fixes for the style props and the shorthand things. It's not going to have the safe area units in it because it's just going to be a smaller patch that I'm just kind of cleaning up before I get the PR up and get it merged in. It's just mostly focused on those two bugs, and then the safe area one probably, hopefully, come between the Christmas and the New Year period, depending on how much spare time I get there. So we'll just see how it comes. It's always get busy at this time of year, but yeah, that's the aim for the patch. And then on top of that, then in the new year, there's going to be a bigger update that just has a lot of improvements to the code, makes things a bit cleaner, and adds support for some new features as well. So some things I'm eyeing off there is the new CSS grid support coming into Yoga, and I believe Expo might be having it a bit sooner rather than later. So it'd be good. CSS grid works amazing, so it'd be good to kind of get that support into Nativewind as well. So that's the kind of plan. A small patch, hopefully just before Christmas. Another one soon after with the viewport fixes, and then a bigger work in the new year with the January release.
Sweet. Do we want to chat about what you were referring to with respect to the patched version of React Native?
Yeah, so let me just actually see if I can find this. I'll get the actual link.
Yeah. In the meantime, I can provide.
I just realized I should actually get a link.
I'm sorry.
We can understand. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So one thing, I've actually got a link here. Can I put this in the comments?
Yeah, you can.
So this is a tweet by Evan. I guess I can't post in the normal chat. You have to repost it for me.
Mm-hmm.
About React Native and CSS Grid coming soon to a stable release of Expo. So one thing that I'm looking at maybe doing is allowing people to understand how they can patch Yoga to actually add in this sort of functionality, so that you can get like CSS Grid early support like that as well. So we might add this support early before it's actually in React Native with some examples of how people can try and test it and understand how it works. But it'd be really good for layouts and stuff like that. A lot of the cross-platform CSS users, or like a lot of web users Grid these days.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be good to kind of get that support into React Native as soon as possible.
Yeah, and that's for what we were chatting earlier. That basically means that the things that Nativewind doesn't have, or I should say React Native CSS doesn't have support for, would be added. These are things that would be out of the scope for React Native CSS itself normally, and would just be sort of like a footnote in the docs about how that's not supported. Now those will, more of those will see support.
Yeah. And hopefully in the new year, especially the work that Nishan's doing, there's going to be more and more supported things inside React Native. So it's kind of exciting.
Yeah. All right. So then whether we're able to get all those, an update on my end, I guess, is that I've been dealing with some stuff behind the scenes and now have a bit more time to actually jump into more technical contributions, spending more time on the issues. So I'll be doing that going into the holiday season. Before I basically sign off, I'll be in Austria, I think the 22nd. So from there through about like New Year's, kind of like January 1st, 2nd kind of time, completely not involved. But I have been trying to make a lot of room for contributions here. So should start to see that bumping up. Nativewind UI has a product roadmap now published on GitHub as a project, similar to Nativewind itself. Still moving over a lot of the issues from Nativewind to React Native CSS, where they'll also make their way into the roadmap for React Native CSS. And yeah, so what makes it into the next version of React Native CSS and or maybe native, I don't know if Nativewind will actually see another version. Would it need to have another version to support like the subsequent? No, I think it just has a
just React
dependency on
Native CSS. Being updated.
So what makes it into that before the holiday season, we'll see. If, as always, if you want more recent changes, like the latest stuff on the main branch, you can just grab the nightly builds, which is, React Native CSS at nightly when you're installing it as a dependency. And that'll just have everything that has been merged to main, but hasn't been published yet to NPM. So that's the way you get the the next version basically at any time before the version exists. Yeah, that's the bulk of the updates outside of that bit of news from, React Native, from like the React Native Expo stuff that you posted. Mark, is there anything else you want to flag?
Not really. I think it's just that. Got to get out this release. I was hoping to get it out this week, but just didn't get there with leading up to Christmas. So hopefully get it out just before Christmas then.
Yeah. So we'll see what we get done. Otherwise, everything else will be done in the new year. And I will still be sporadically responding to the Twitter stuff for Nativewind. So if you have questions or issues, I wouldn't expect them to get necessarily resolved before the end of the year, but I will get eyes on them and try to like prep them for when we sit back down to start resolving stuff at the beginning of next year. So with that, happy holidays, happy new year, and we'll see you on the other side.
See you later, guys.